Hey team, how are you? Thank you for logging on tonight. I want to talk to you real quick about another way that Joyce Overson shared with me that she's had really successful TS online parties. And she shared these with me before I did my first one just a couple of months ago. I didn't get a chance to do the first few that Tastefully Simple offered because of my surgeries. But Joyce has done them since the beginning. And so I was really nervous before I did my first online party because I didn't quite understand what was going on. And she was kind enough to meet with me and kind of help me get over that fear. And so that's what the purpose of tonight's meeting is to kind of explain to you what's going on and to encourage you to give it a try in February. So what we've done so far tonight is shared with you just the basics, and I got all this information from MyHQ, and I just cut and pasted it from the training that they have online for you, and then we also want to answer questions. So what we presented so far is the Tastefully Simple part of it, how to get the video that they have made for you or will make for you for the party, and how to set up your party online and do all that stuff. But what Joyce suggested to me that she did is she also sets up a Facebook event for her online live parties. And so the event would be set up pretty much, it'll look exactly like the meeting that we are doing tonight. You'll set it up for each hostess. You'll do a different event for each hostess with her as a co-host, and then she will invite her friends and family to her party through that Facebook event you set up for her. You'll designate the time and date that she's chosen for her party on that event page. There's all kinds of pictures and photos that are available on MyHQ that you can use to post on that event page that you set up for your hosts. But what Joyce did is she set it up when her hostess booked her party date, and then she just posted a few things before the actual party date, recipes or just encouragements to make sure that people attended the party. Maybe she can post some examples on our party tonight of different things that she said to get people excited and just keep them engaged before the party date. Doesn't have to be, you certainly wouldn't want to do something daily, but maybe just a couple times a week. And there's also some ideas on MyHQ as well for you. So setting up a Facebook event for each hostess, what that will allow you to do is then shortly before her scheduled party time, just maybe a couple minutes before, if she has it scheduled at 7, maybe 6:58, you could go ahead and cut and paste the link for her party to the Facebook page. The reason for that is because a lot of my hosts do not use MyHQ, their host site that we set up to send out email invitations anymore. And if they do, if your host does use her party site through MyHQ, they will get the party link in those emails. Otherwise, you need a way to get them the link to click on to watch that 30-minute video the night of the party. So the Facebook page is a great way for you to get that information out there. You don't want to post it right away. I did by accident, trial and error, but I did it for my first couple of parties, and what I didn't know is that they were pre-recorded, and so a couple people went ahead and clicked on the link and watched the party, like a week before the actual party date. So kind of ruins the fun of it that night. So you can, if you set up the Facebook events, you can use that to share the party link, the video link. Also, the better reason for setting it up is because that's a great way for you to answer questions that the host and her friends might have the night of the party. And so what I try to do now is watch the 30-minute video beforehand so that I know the recipes shared, the specials, and I then I don't have to be watching alongside the host and her guests the night of the party. That way I can keep an eye on the Facebook event pages, and if any of her friends are posting questions or if I want to clarify, I can post on those Facebook events during the video. So it is super simple to do multiple parties at the same time, as long as you're toggling back and forth between your different hostess Facebook events. Maybe for your first party you only want to do 1 or 2 just till you get the hang of it. What I did is I asked a couple of good friends slash hosts if they would do a party for me the first time, and told them I was just needing some practice, that I had not done it before. Be a great way for them to easily from home earn free products for doing a party, and it gave me some practice too. So maybe you could do that, or you could even host your own. Maybe you have a sister or a friend or a coworker that would do one for you. You could host one of your own as well, and then just try 2 parties. Or do 1 on each date that they're offering. So anyway, that was Joyce's tip for hosting successful parties. You know, I just had a Facebook reminder come up on my video there. I wonder if that'll show up when I replay this video. That should be interesting. Anyway, I would say that was probably the best idea that I could have gotten for a successful online party. So thank you, Joyce Overson. Otherwise, I don't know how I would have, how else I would have fielded questions during the party, or a better way to do it afterwards. So I would say definitely that is a must for having a successful live online party. So once you're done watching this video, you can click back to our team meeting page and post any questions you might have for Joyce or anyone else who's already done online parties there. Thanks for watching, you guys. I love you. Bye.